Yeah, so I know what I said. I know I said I wasn't going to do back twice in a row. Kind of felt like back yesterday, though. But I'm not joking, especially after actually seeing my back pumped up, plus the badass lighting. I, I gotta chill on it. It's literally just a strong point. I want to bring everything else up. Right? One of those main points being my fucking arms, man, my upper legs, as they were. So, plan for today: moderately heavy pushdowns, light squeezing extensions, be it with cable, dumbbell, or what have you. Definitely some machine dips. I know this gym is a really good machine dip that I like, and they're not all awesome. Some of them kind of suck because the seat, like, it kind of angles you forward. Oh goodness, and it makes you use a lot of chest. Like, it's very chest shoulder biased. And I'm trying to work my arms, or my triceps. I don't need my chest working. I'm not trying to do a press. I'm trying to do an extension. You know. So if I go on some dip machine and I'm feeling too much chest, I'm just wasting my energy. And my chest, it's supposed to be in recovery right now anyway. I just hit it twice or 2 days ago. I don't want to do anything that's going to seriously activate it right now. I want it to chill and just focus on my triceps. I don't need that extra pressing activation. But maybe 7, 8 sets or so. I really don't end up going too much higher than that, because if you actually, I mean, I'm not saying you, but for the most part, anybody, if the sets that you do are seriously hard and you really push it, I feel like doing any more than like 10ish, it's not going to give you anything special, right? Now, if you're doing more volume work, you're maybe going a little bit lighter, you're doing like some, oh, I forget the word for it, like feeder sets. That could be a little bit different, but for the most part, if you're just dealing with pretty much basic straight sets, maybe some drop sets here and there, by the time you've done 8 or so really hard, I would hope that you're fully pumped, decently fatigued, and ready to move on. Because if I did 100 sets for triceps, that's not going to be particularly conducive to gains. And if I do 0, then I'm definitely not going to make any gains. So I know somewhere in between those two is the sweet spot. And as far as I'm concerned, it's around when I feel like my triceps are fully cooked, which ends up being like, 7, 8 sets deep. But that's kind of just, that's what the conclusion I've come to. If you're making solid gains and you're doing 15 set workouts for every muscle group, there's no way I can say it's not working, because if you're making gains, then your routine is literally working, right? But, don't get too locked in. I've been saying this a lot the last couple videos. Never get too locked into any one idea about your training. Because if you do that, I mean, you're just setting yourself up for fucking failure to grow in the future, right? As the lifter, you should be smarter as time progresses. You shouldn't stay the same fucking, mental age when it comes to, your volume or your set style, your intensity or your movements or whatever else. Keep an open mind. That's all I'm saying there. And then once triceps are done, move on to biceps, which I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. Obviously curls. I've been doing a lot of like bicep bias pull downs the last couple lifts, so maybe but I've been doing them because I like them. So now I'm not sure. I'll save that for later. I've got a good idea of what triceps is gonna look like. So let's just get one muscle group finished before I move on to the next one. So let's get in there. There we go. I've been liking light squeezing tricep sets for the beginning. I've been on I mean, if you've watched these videos for a while, I used to do like plate, the full stack, like 3 plates on top. That was like the starter set. I don't necessarily think this is like a million times better or any times worse. It's just kind of different. So I'm kind of glad the tricep training is at least changing up as time passes. But don't worry, there's still going to be some heavy pressing. I just want to make use of the freshness to really squeeze and burn out. Right side first. Oh shit. I don't even have a song ready. There we go. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I think a few more self-assisted reps like that, or sets, will be perfect. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, yeah. One more, and then move on to whatever else. Oh my God. Ah. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, a few more actually. These assisted reps are going so fucking wild. I don't feel like moving on would be any better. I'm kind of copying my fucking bicep workouts because the last few lifts I've been doing like those fucking assisted curls, and the fucking damage that I'm getting for every set is nuts. So I'm really liking these. Ugh. Okay. Oh my God. Oh. One more. Okay. Oh, all right. I think that's enough of these. Now we gotta find the machine dip. I don't know where it is. I'm not a regular at this gym. Okay. One more. Okay. Oh. All right. Back to normal push downs. Woo. There we go. Stack, plate, straight bar. Perfect. Yeah. 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 Not done yet. We'll do a rest pause with this one. Okay. All right, one more. Maybe two. Let's see what kind of damage I can do with this one. Paired with a different song. Yeah. 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 Okay. Let's make a drop set. Get rid of all this fucking extra weight. Come on. Okay. Triceps are officially done. Time to switch gears to fucking curls. Let's go nuts with the 70s. Oh my god. Holy fuck. One more. Same weight, same everything. I'm not done. I just want to make this a rest pause set. Little question for you. Is it ego lifting if it's reasonable reps? Something to think about. Oh my god. Okay. Let's move on. I lied. One more. This one will be a drop set. So, I'm going to start with 75s. Might get 5 good reps. Not a complete set. But when I drop to the 60s and get another 5, that's perfect. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. All right. No more dumbbell. At least not like that. Let's do a machine or something. I was about to do preachers, but I think I'll just do some single arm cable curls. It's kind of similar. I mean, my body's like stabilizing my arm. But one tip if you're going to recreate this, I don't like just sitting here like this. I kind of go side saddle. So if you recreated this, cable, angle, like 45, if I'm doing my right arm, I kind of like doing a little something like this. It just kind of matches a little bit better. But same thing, right arm first. Back up a touch. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. One more, same style, but instead of heavy reps, lighter, squeezing, holding reps. But get comfy, always keep the same angle. Yeah, light squeezing for this one. No, it's all right. Okay. All right. I think let's do some seated concentration curls next. That'll be perfect. 50-pound dumbbell, elbow support by my same-sided quad. Sit here, just fucking burn out like this. And once I get to a point where I really can't get past like here, that's when I'm gonna activate the self-assistance, pull the weight up, but then totally let go. So I have to let my fucking bicep do the work to carry it down and not just like drop it fucking, 9.8 meters per second squared, to be specific. But this is a real nasty one. I love the self-assistance, man. I mean, you saw it with the fucking push downs. Honestly, with some movements, you're gonna have to get comfortable talking to the dudes in your gym, because for you to have somebody spot you with some assisted reps, total fucking game changer. But let's get real here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Take one more of those, and we go pose down. Arms done. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes to have a nice warm day. Let's go pose down. Oh, dude, I'm fucking tired. That was a good one. There we go. Back again to the nastiest fucking Planet Fitness lighting that I've ever seen. Now let's just run through some fucking arm poses and get ready to get in the car and go fucking home. Come on. Come on, goddamn it. Something I'm sure you'll notice is it's gonna get progressively more and more difficult for me to take these pump covers off as I get heavier and fucking heavier. You know, because right now, I mean, I'm not small. That's certainly not something I would say. But at 255, 254, to go from there to 270, 280, you know, me breaking new fucking ground, I'm gonna have to change out the fucking wardrobe. So I'm sure all the shirts that I've been wearing are gonna kind of get replaced with some newer shit. But let's run through some shit in here. That same thing backwards. So, yeah, just get the lat spread just for fuck's sake. Woof. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, a few more. What are a couple other arm poses? Oh, I can barely fucking reach behind my back to do a side tricep, but I'll try my damnedest. Woof. Yeah, a little. Some poses are actually a little bit fucking harder to hit fully pumped, but that's just the nature of the beast. Let's okay, let's get one Arnold and then we scram. Let's see, I think it's, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, like that. Okay, time to go. Arm day. Arm day freaking complete. And that was a nasty fucking pump. I um, I wasn't joking when I said I felt extra strong today. I got a seriously good night's rest. Now, part of that is just because we didn't have anything to do because we're just visiting fucking family. So even though I got the air mattress, dude, I was out for like I didn't bring my little Apple Watch, so I can't actually track like my REM, like my good quality sleep. But dude, it had to be at least 5 hours of like deep sleep because you kind of have, or I don't remember. Either way, very well fucking rested. Drank a ton of fucking fluids to the point where I know I was nice and hydrated, and I had a fucking solid amount of legit meals today. I'm talking like 300 grams of carbs so far from some instant oatmeal packets, which, I mean, it's got some added sugar, so anybody that's like a health nut on the bodybuilding side is going to be like, well, the instant oatmeal, that's not the same. That's not a quality source. Dude, I think the instant oatmeal is fucking fine. But I had, yeah, I kind of just repeated the same meal fucking twice. It was a bunch of the oatmeal, and then breakfast was with a steak. Lunch was with some ground beef. And I say breakfast and lunch, but it you know it was like 2 o'clock and then at like 5 o'clock. So not necessarily normal hours, but that's just because I let my sleep schedule get a little wonky. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna try to wake up at a regular time. What that really means is I'm gonna try to go to bed earlier fucking tonight. But yeah, those curls felt really fucking good. And I know I said, oh, there's no reason to do curls extra heavy, but those were nice. And I sort of just said it really quick, but I'm not joking. I think, I mean, I don't really ego lift. I kind of have that rep for all the ego lifting TikTok jokes I used to make, but I think a really hard, heavy set where you're doing as much weight as you can for like 8 reps or so, that's not ego lifting, man. That's just pushing yourself hard. That's just training with intensity. So don't get the two confused. I think people may back off on their intensity in the gym because they think, like, oh, okay, a good lifter, someone who isn't going to be judged, will lift with perfect form, do really good sets, complete reps, and that's the end of it. Whereas, I mean, that's just not perfect to make fucking gains, man. You got to go hard. I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say that you should seriously try to push yourself to your fucking physical limit, because that's the point. Somebody was asking me today, he's like, so should I train to failure on every set, or should I just train to failure on the last set? And look, I'm not so concerned with like actually hitting complete perfect muscular failure, because with a lot of movements bodybuilding wise, that's you can't even do it. I mean, it's so kind of like contrived. With something like a squat, a bench, or like a deadlift or something, failure is pretty cut and dry. I'm gonna reach a point in a squat, or I cannot do another rep. Real fucking legit muscular failure, right? But if I'm doing a set of light cable curls, failures, it kind of becomes a little bit more of a gray area, because I can keep doing like little minuscule partial reps. So like where does failure exist? Is it when I can't move my arm at all? Then I might sit there for like a whole minute trying to like force out like baby reps, and I think that's just overkill. So I'm not concerned so much with like hitting absolute perfect muscular failure. What I'm really trying to do on all my sets now with something like squats or um, like machine leg press and stuff, really heavy stuff, I'm concerned with hitting failure, right? Because if I don't, then that just means I didn't go hard enough. But what I'm really concerned with is just bringing it, coming out of set with some fucking serious intensity, and then, laying it out, laying it all out on the table, and knowing that I did it. Now, that's easier said than done, of course. I'm a bit better at it now because I've been doing it for fucking years on end. But even if you're a beginner, you can still push yourself as hard as you can at that given day. And by doing so, it kind of just starts the fucking gains process. Like, you're never going to catch me tracking every lift's reps and sets in a training notebook. Even though, in a way, I kind of do. Because, I mean, now I record every lift. So if I want to go back and, like, look at some data and shit, or, fuck, man, Jeff Nipper's out here throwing out some real scientific analysis. Crazy fucking cool. But, like, I kind of do have a little bit of a, not even a little, I've got a serious training log of the last, like, nearly 2 years. which is really cool for me. But you're not going to catch me really looking at like a training notebook of like my weights and reps and sets and everything, because I think if you're really pushing yourself hard and you're doing hard, heavy sets, then something like progressive overload, getting stronger, lifting heavier weights for more reps over time, that will just happen. Because if you train hard and like, you start with a heavy weight, you say, okay, I'm going to do a heavy set. This is a weight that I think I can do for about 8 or so based on how strong I've been in the past. I'm going to try to do it for as many reps as possible. So if you do a real fucking set to failure on bench or Smith bench or machine press or whatever, something heavy, and you fail at 10 reps, and you actually fail, you didn't just give up, like you seriously could not go any harder, and you know that to be a fucking fact, then that set is going to fucking develop you in both strength and size. So if you're able to do that, if you can bring it to all your sets, I don't think it's so necessary to actually track everything, because I've got a good sense of how strong I am on every movement, which helps because I've lifted for a long time. So tracking might be a little better if you're a beginner. You're not so in tune with your own strength. But now I know, like, if I'm going to do single arm pushdowns, just by feeling in my warm up sets, I know, okay, that 50-pound rung, that's what I need. Start from there. Boom. You know. And then with something like that nasty heavy set with the 2 plates on the end, I knew that was a weight which I'd be able to handle. So I just fucking, threw it around. So what I mean by that is you can kind of simplify your training by going harder, because then you don't have to necessarily worry about a lot of nuanced little details, because if your primary goal is to make every set as intense as you can, then you don't have to look back at what weight you did last time, because you're already going to take it to your fucking limit, you know? And I'm not joking when I say that's easier said than done. But if that's what you're working towards, and every time you do a set where like, I had like 5 more fucking reps, I just gave up because I was a wuss. And I'm not saying that to like as a dig on you. I have that thought all the fucking time. Like if I have like a scrappy set of hamstring curls or push downs, or whenever I'm doing heavy squats and I rack the weight, but I know I probably could have got 1 or 2 more, that's kind of a fucking, negative response in my brain where I say like, oh, fuck, I could have gone harder. Don't just say to yourself, I could have gone harder. You got to say, all right, I'm gonna go harder on my next set. So that's kind of where I like people's mindsets to be when it comes to most of their volume work. And that's in, a bodybuilding kind of just basic lifter approach to things. If you're a power lifter, I mean, um, you got your own programs and volume work and low rep and 60% reps in a reserve. That's its own thing, which I am not particularly well versed in. But even though I'm not a fucking power lifter, by, pushing myself hard, I got some serious strength, goddammit. Which you're never gonna find out what it really is. Don't you're never gonna find out what my 1 rep on anything is, because that's just not gonna happen. I've got enough, or I've curbed my ego enough where I know that's beyond what I want to do. So that's a little mystery for you. 1 rep max on bench. Never, 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 never. So that's all I got. Legs tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get as good, if not a better, night's rest. Drink a ton of fucking water. Maybe have some sweets tonight. Really get nice and carved up. And then, fuck, man. Just repeat. Repeat indefinitely. Repeat until I am no longer gaining weight. Which I hope, or not even I hope, which I know is going to be around the fucking 280 mark. Minimum. So, I guess if you're watching this in like 5-ish months, am I BSing you or am I telling the truth? Only time will tell. But I'll see you tomorrow.